Yo, this is Alexi from 10 Hands High. I'm going to take you through the demo of our new song called Nevermind. I'm wearing the t-shirt right now. We're going to talk about the inspiration behind some of the grooves, the layering, and some textural gems that you might not have noticed before. So let's get right into it.
I can't read a word on your page. I think my vision.
So I've got the demo down here. The drums and bass in Nevermind, the relationship between the drums and bass is really what drives the groove, and the verse groove and the chorus groove were both inspired by different songs. So the verse groove came from the Schuyler Sisters from Hamilton. If you take a listen to the bass and the drums here, the relationship between the bass and the drums,
there's nothing like summer in the city.
Every
someone
one
in a
of 3
rush next to someone looking pretty. Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smells like your daddy's got money. While you're slumming in the city in your fancy heels, you searching for an urchin who can give you ideals.
Where you disgust me.
So you've discussed me. I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me.
I've been reading common sense, but
So if you hear that, the boom, 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 boom. If I isolate the bass and the drums here, you can hear the same thing. So I can actually sing the Nevermind lyrics over the groove of this song.
I'm doing women in the sequel.
Can't read a word on your page. I think my vision is down to fade. Maybe I'm lazy from all the masquerading.
So then the relationship between the bass and drums in the chorus, for the chorus groove, is inspired by a different song called Creme by a band called Laundry Day. Basically, I had this lyric in my head of "You got a forever mind, but I think I'm a never mind." And I was listening to this awesome song and just singing that lyric over this song. So if you listen to the bass and drums in this song as well.
Still trying to figure it out.
So drums, bass coming in.
Little on my lyrics, got my vision blurry. 7:45, you can kiss me in a hurry. Fluorescent lights on my bright skin. You should see me on the stage.
So when I go to the chorus of Nevermind now, you'll be able to hear that inspiration. So I can do the same with Creme by Laundry Day. I can sing the Nevermind lyrics over this beat.
On the stage with the lights down, I got a seat full of people with their hands up. They look you like a teacher, just on my dance move. Alligator from the swamp, that's where you belong. I'm looking out of money on the village.
Cool, so let's talk about the layers and some of the little textural things that you guys might not have noticed before. In 10 Hands High, we really love a little cascade. So in the first pre-chorus of the song, we've got this lovely little cascade that comes in to give it a bit of atmosphere and a bit of a vibe. So with everything. So when we get to the first chorus, however cool that bass and drum groove is, we wanted a lead guitar line that kind of hopped on the beat and gives it that extra groove. So this is what we call the root chorus lead, which really drives that first chorus. It's just hopping.
Baby, you got a forever mind, but I think I'm a never mind.
Then the second verse, there's a little lead line that kind of runs alongside the vocals.
This bar is heaving, every person is perceiving.
And then when we get to that second chorus, we've got an extra lead guitar line that comes in and kind of intertwines nicely with that root chorus lead that we had in the first chorus. And together, those have a really nice relationship.
We're just not two of a kind, and I think I need to unwind.
And then we're into a little vibe out. So in this bridge, we've got this lovely synth that comes in. We wanted the synth to be, well, we wanted the bass and drums to have their own kind of moment in the spotlight, but we also wanted to add this lovely synth sound, which would really give it that chilled, kind of toned down vibe. So with everything, that sounds like this. And then we've got these lovely chords that I think Joe played differently actually in the recording. We wanted these chords with kind of some really dreamy effects on them to come in the second half of that little breakdown section. And obviously we've got to talk about the chat that's happening in this bridge. Basically this was, where was this? This was when we were recording, I think it was actually the last two songs of phase 2. So Silent and 6 Weeks. So actually, when we're talking in this chat, we're basically talking about what a bridge is and what constitutes a bridge, what can class as a bridge. So we weren't actually talking about Nevermind. I think we were talking about Silent and whether the solo section of Silent was a bridge. I don't know. But yeah, basically we just decided to put this little chat in the bridge of Nevermind, discussing a bridge. So it's kind of meta. I don't know who's right. I think we're all happy with calling it a middle 16, which is what I do at the end. So in the second half of the bridge, we've got this crazy beat that Tom does, which is like some kind of marimba weird stuff. I don't know how to describe it. But we really wanted it to have a kind of really groovy sound in the second half of the bridge. So the first half of the bridge is really chilled and low key. And the second half, we go all kind of dancey. And then in the third quarter of the bridge, that's not really a musical term, but I think it is the third quarter, there's this little harmony that comes in on the lead guitar line, which you might not have heard before, but it's really lovely. So if you listen to the bridge the whole way through, you'll notice that in the third quarter. And then we're into the final chorus, the big finale. Tom goes onto the snare, it goes big. We add this Prince lead rhythm riff, which is very groovy indeed. We've got the harmony of you got a forever mind, but I think I'm a never mind. You got a forever mind, but I think I'm a never mind. You got a forever mind, but I think I'm a never mind, baby. Which I think Tom is doing. And then we get to the outro, all guns blazing. We've got an extra guitar line, loads of harmonies, and it's this lovely kind of choral swing out. We've got this new guitar line that comes in. Also, Finn's bass line in this outro is just euphoric. I absolutely love it. He does these just beautifully melodic licks. And then one of my favorite little gems, I kind of wanted to put this in more on basically every word, Nevermind, but there's this lovely, lovely harmony, which is never mind. And if you listen really closely, you can hear it, and yeah, it's so nice, I think. So I'll point it out to you when it comes. So it's on the second Nevermind. Listen for the harmony. Yes, love it. So that's it, everyone. There's Nevermind, our second single of our debut EP. I think this grooves out. I think we originally wanted a fade out.